Hey guys, so I know we haven't posted in a while. It's been a couple of weeks. I think it's been almost a month since we posted. We just wanted to come and tell you guys, what's been going on while we haven't been posting, and what God's been doing in our lives. It was probably right around the time that we posted our last video. We got working on a trailer, like a house trailer that we were going to fix up and buy. And we started working on that. We started recording a lot, getting a lot of footage of that. And it came time to get the mortgage to be able to buy that trailer. And we were working with the mortgage company. It just didn't seem like it was going to work out. And God just seemed to kind of keep putting up wall after wall for getting this place. And we were like, God must be doing something else with it. It just didn't feel like, God was leading us in this direction anymore. And so, we just started praying and, asking God what He wanted us to do. We really felt like, we weren't doing as much as we could be doing if we were full-time in the church. And we just started to, really pray about possibly going somewhere more in a more full-time capacity to help out a church somewhere. I know I've been, since I surrendered my life at 6 years old, I've been pursuing the path for the most part of, being in the ministry for full time. And I know Hannah surrendered her life to that as well. So, we just been praying about that. We had just been praying about it for a while. And, God seemed to be moving us in that direction. So on Saturday, September the 25th, we were at the Wild Game Dinner at our church. But I got a text from my dad about this pastor at a church in Mayflower, Arkansas. He sent me his contact info, where the church was, kind of what they're looking for. And it said that they were looking for a youth pastor or a youth leader with musical experience. I mean, I'm not the most musically experienced, but I know my wife is. And we just, as soon as I saw that text, I just got that feeling in my chest, like God was telling me, you need to call this pastor. You need to talk to him about this. So it was about 2 or 3 days later. It was actually that Monday. God finally had been tugging on my heart long enough. I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to call him. So I gave him a call, and he didn't answer on the first time, but then he called me back, and we started to talk. And we talked for about an hour that night, just about what they're doing there, what the ministry is here, and what the opportunity is. And we talked about theology, and we talked about our beliefs and our standards. And it just seemed like God was just knitting our hearts together. It just seemed like God was just doing something there, and that He wanted us to go here. So we prayed about it. So that Wednesday, Preacher and I had already had plans to meet a little bit before church, because we had a workshop Wednesday going on that night, and we already planned to meet so that we can go over some of the songs I was going to play and that we were going to sing. So I just asked him, can we meet a little bit earlier? God's laid something on my heart. So we met probably about 45 minutes before people were supposed to start to get there, and we just told him all about it. We told him who it was, where it was, and what God was doing in our hearts. And it was pretty much immediately he was on board about it, and he was excited for us, and he almost immediately had a peace about it that we had already had from the very beginning, and that my dad had already had from the conversation that I had with him. So after that meeting, it just seemed like God was just saying, this is it. This is what you guys have been waiting for. So it was about that next week, almost a week later, that my pastor and my dad had a chance to talk to our new pastor. And it was just, a really good conversation between the both of them. They got to all ask each other a lot of questions about me, questions about Hannah. My pastor, my dad, got to ask him questions about, the church, and that the church was, doing the right thing, preaching the right thing. So that was really good. They got to have a really good conversation there. And it was that next Thursday, the 30th of September, that we got to FaceTime the pastor and his wife. And, we talked on the phone for, I think it was pretty close to about 3 hours, that we talked to them, just about the church, the ministry, the people, the area, And you know, we just really got to connect with them. We got to ask them questions, they asked us questions, and you know, it was really just a good conversation with them. And it seemed like, you know, it was like, this is where we're going, this is our new home, we just know it. And it was at the end of that phone call that they had told us, you know, just come and visit, come take a look at the place, and you know, once you visited, then you can make a decision whether or not you want to come. And so, you know, we had already been thinking of just going there because, you know, we felt God wanted us to go there, but we didn't want to, you know, go there and then not have them ready for us. So we said, okay, we'll just come and visit. But, you know, it was that evening that we got to talking, and we were like, well, because we were buying this trailer, we had already told our landlord, you know, we're going to be out of here by the 13th of that next month of October. That was not even 2 weeks away. And we were like, you know, what are we going to do? Are we going to, you know, move into my RV that I have and, you know, live in there for a week? Or what are we going to do? Because we'd have to go there. We'd have to pack before we went to visit, take it somewhere, unload it, pack again when we decided we were going to go. And, you know, we were just like, no, you know what? Let's just go. So we were like, we talked to my dad, and, you know, he was like, it's a good idea, just go, you know, God's leading you there. So then we called Pastor Brian that night, and, you know, we were like, you know, we were just thinking, like, can we just come down there? And he was like, well, actually, my wife was just telling me that night, as soon as we got off the phone, they should just come down here. They already had to be out of their apartment, they should just come down. So we were already on the same page, we didn't even know it. So that was definitely of God there, that, you know, they were just like, just come on down. That Monday, it was about a week later, they said, just come on down on that Monday, and, you know, we'll have everything ready for you. So I went to work that week, the whole week. I worked my secular job there, and that Friday, I took that Friday off, and we got to pack up the rest of our stuff and got to do some work on the truck to get the truck ready, which it needed some work, so that was good that we got to do that. And then that Saturday, I picked up the U-Haul, loaded the U-Haul, and went to the church. And it turned out, once we loaded the U-Haul, I looked at the back of the truck, and I'll put a picture up here, but the spring, one of the springs had actually cracked on the rear suspension of the truck, and so it wasn't good. So we got to Sunday morning, Daniel, my brother-in-law, came over to the church, and, you know, we just worked on it for like 2 hours and got it ready to go on the road. And we were just like, you know what, well, the truck's ready, let's just go. We had the trailer hooked up already, so we left Sunday afternoon. We drove halfway, and we drove all the way to Knoxville, got a hotel room for that night, and drove the rest of the way on Monday. So that was really good. We got here in good time, and, you know, the whole church family was there, ready to help us move in. For about an hour, they were just here, and they moved everything out of the back of the truck and got it all, you know, loaded up into the room that we're in right now. And, you know, it was just such a huge blessing to be able to see them and to talk to them and to have them help us. It was just a huge blessing. So, you know, God's really blessed within this past week that we've been here. It's only been, as of the time that we're recording this, is actually Saturday. So it's not even been a full week that we've been here yet. And God's already been working. Monday night, we went out for dinner with Pastor Brian. That was great. We got some time to talk to him. And then Tuesday night, we were already, you know, right into it. We went to a tent revival, and, you know, we heard some great preaching. It was just great. Tuesday night was great. Wednesday night, I got to help. I drove the van route and picked up the kids for the van. I had youth group in our house because we didn't have enough kids to go all the way over to the youth building. So we had youth group in my house. You know, that was really great to get to talk to the youth that we had here. And Hannah got to help out in the Sunday school, and I led singing. And it was just a really great service on Wednesday night. And then Thursday night, I went to the tent revival again, and I got to meet the pastor that was preaching there was actually a friend of another pastor that we knew from back at Shenandoah. And, you know, it was just really great to, you know, meet somebody who knew somebody that I knew really well. And it was just a new connection that was really awesome. So that was really great. And then, you know, this past couple of days have just been really great days of rest, and it's just been, you know, really great to be here. And, you know what, we can tell that God's going to do some great things here. This has got such a great potential in this area for people that need the gospel and need to know of somebody who loves them and doesn't want them to go to hell. And, you know, we're just so excited about what God's going to do. This is such a great opportunity that we're so excited about. So, anything you want to say?
You got a job.
I got a job.
The second day or third
Yep,
day?
it was Tuesday. It was Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday afternoon, I went in for the first interview, and then Wednesday morning they said, come on in Wednesday morning, and we'll, if this is going to work out, then we'll hire you. So then I came in Tuesday, and they hired me right on the spot. So I've already got a job. So praise the Lord for that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it was so crazy. We have little bits and pieces of different filming. We'll try to put it together. And we didn't get a lot of footage, but we try to get some at least.
So we'll put all that together, and we'll have that in the next video for y'all. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.